The article I chose to review is entitled Comics as a Medium for Providing Information on Adult Immunizations. This article describes a study using a randomized trial to determine the effectiveness of two flyers on communicating health information about adult vaccinations. One group received a flyer created by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention entitled Do You Know Which Adult Vaccinations You Need? The second group received a flyer in the form of a comic with information adapted from the CDC flyer. With the growing popularity of comics, researchers wanted to determine if this medium could be an effective way to deliver health information to adults. They wanted to test this to see if they could have an impact on adults' intentions and attitudes on adult vaccinations. A previous study used comics as a medium to deliver information about adult vaccinations. However, this study was used on pharmacy students, so the researchers wanted to determine if those results could be replicated in the general public. The study ran from December 2015 to January 2016 at a diagnostic and treatment center in St. Albans, Queens, New York. The persuasive hierarchy of effects model was used as the theoretical framework for the study. There were two flyers used in this study. One was the CDC flyer on the left, and the second was the comic adaptation. Both flyers discussed the types of vaccines that adults over the age of 19 should receive, and also both flyers encouraged adults to speak with their doctors about immunizations. The CDC flyer listed two vaccines that adults need, influenza and Tdap. This flyer also used visuals, however, the visuals were real-life people in comparison to the comic, which used illustrations. The comic used illustrations in the form of cartoons and narrated a scenario where adults came in and talked to their doctor about the actual vaccines that they needed. The research problem is that 50 to 70,000 adult deaths could be avoided through vaccinations. Adult immunizations reduce health consequences and help prevent the spread of disease, but despite these benefits, U.S. adult vaccinations remain low. Another challenge is providing easily understandable health information that encourages reading. To combat this problem, the researchers wanted to determine if comics could be used to provide health information. The objective of this study was to compare the effects of the CDC flyer to the leaflet in comic form on participants' attitude towards the vaccine information, perceived informativeness of the vaccine information, intention to seek more information about adult immunizations after viewing the flyer, and intention to get immunized after viewing the flyer. The sample used in this study were 284 adults over the age of 18. Participants ranged in age from 18 all the way to 65 plus. 265 questionnaires were used and only 19 were not included. The participants in the CDC flyer group were 132 adults, and 133 adults received the comic book flyer. The intervention consisted of graduate students approaching adult patients in the waiting room of the medical center for enrollment in the study. Adults who participated in the study were randomly assigned to receive the CDC flyer or the comic flyer depending on the day of the week that they entered the medical center. Participants received a packet which included the flyer, a cover letter stating the purpose of the study, and a questionnaire for evaluation. In total, participants spent 10 minutes reviewing the flyer and completing and returning the questionnaire. Evaluation was done using a questionnaire developed by the researchers using items from the Marketing Skills Handbook. 6 items tested attitudes toward the flyer and perceived informativeness of the flyer. 3 items tested intention-related variables such as intention to speak with a doctor about adult immunizations and intention to receive immunizations after reviewing the flyer. A 7-point differential scale was used to measure each item. Analysis was done using SPSS, and the tests that were run were analysis of variance and an independent sample t-test to determine if there was statistical significance between the two flyers. The results indicate that the type of flyer had a statistically significant effect on participants' attitude towards the flyer. The group who received the comic flyer had a more favorable attitude than the CDC group, as indicated by higher attitude scores. The type of flyer also had a statistically significant effect on participants' perceived informativeness of the vaccine information. The group that received the comic flyer also had a more favorable perception of the informativeness of the vaccine, as indicated through their scores. However, the type of flyer had no statistically significant effect on participants' intention to seek more information about adult immunizations after viewing the flyer. There was also no statistically significant effect on participants' intention to get immunized after receiving either flyer. The conclusions that the researchers made were that the study found that the flyer with comics was evaluated as a more attractive than the CDC flyer. It grabbed the attention of the participants, and it had more favorable attitudes than the CDC flyer. However, this did not translate to influencing participants' intentions to change their behavior. This could be studied in further studies down the line to see if there is a way that comics can be used to not just be deemed more attractive, but also influence the behavior of the people who receive them. The study had several strengths and weaknesses. The strengths included design strengths as well as communication strengths. Study design strengths included the relatively large sample size. The researchers found 284 participants over the course of a month, which was a good number for participation. There was also a small loss to follow-up, with only 19 questionnaires being excluded. And another strength was that the participants were randomized. Communication strengths included the use of graphics in the comic flyer. It has been shown that graphics can help make the information presented more understandable, and I think the narration and the illustrations did a good job in the comic flyer. The timing of the communication was also a strength. The study took place between December and January, which are peak months for the flu and also peak months for flu vaccinations. So giving out the flyers at that time could have sparked an idea into the participants' heads to get vaccinated, even though it didn't really show any behavioral intentions changing. It was still a good time to perform it. It made more sense to do it during that time than, say, in the summer. And the evaluation, I feel, was also a communication strength. They wanted to evaluate whether the message was good on attitude variables and intention variables, which I feel was a good strength. Study weaknesses. There were both design and communication study weaknesses. The study only took place at one institution, so it's hard to determine if those results are generalizable to everyone because only one place was studied, and that was in Queens, New York. Another generalizability problem could be that more females enrolled in the study than males. There were 191 females compared to only 74 males. So in future studies, maybe a more equal distribution of males and females would help to determine if the results could be generalizable. Communication, there was no mention of pre-testing prior to implementation for this specific audience. They mentioned the previous study that chose the audience of pharmacy school students, but they didn't pre-test the message with their audience of the general public over the age of 18. Also, some of the wording on both flyers could be a little difficult for those with low literacy, so some adjustments could be made on the readability of the flyers. And finally, there was no real segmentation. The same flyers were used for an age range of 18 to 65, which is a pretty wide range. More targeting of the message could be useful. They could do different flyers for different age groups. They mentioned that some of the participants felt like the information was too serious to be completed in comic form. Maybe if they had tailored the message a little more for older audiences, that may not have been an issue. And here is my reference. Thank you.